You know, it's almost like I'm looking directly into a mirror. What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Suri, the Wind Beast Hunter. Yes, I 6-starred. He looks like me. I had to 6-star him. So, Suri, not the worst 3-star, not the best 3-star either. Super niche. He's basically intended to be, in my opinion, intended to be a counter to two different things. You're going to say, I know some people in the comments are going to say he's a counter to Theomars. I don't believe that he's a counter to Theomars because oftentimes Theomars is paired up with fire DPS units like Kamoon and stuff like that. Kamoon is going to one-shot him. You can't take him into like a Kamoon Theomars team because, I mean, like, yes, he does block beneficial effects, which is going to be good for both Kamoon and Theomars, but Kamoon is going to eat through this guy like nothing. He's just going to, like, second skill, one shot, doesn't even need a defense break for that. So you really can't take him into Kamoon. I would rather have a Chilling in that situation. Or something like that. Or even an Orion. But anyway, this guy, in my opinion, is, yes, I did 6-star him. I 6-starred him mainly to try out against two different things. To try out against the Light Lich and to try out against Rina. And in theory, he's really good against the Light Lich and Rina. Also, let's take a look at his skills. Attacks an enemy to inflict damage, ignores all damage reduction effects. So ignores invincibility, ignores Rina's shield. It just does, it pretends like they basically don't exist, right? So he's just going to do damage anyway to it. Second skill, which is nice, which is, like I said, he's basically he is the counter to Light Lich and Rina. Second skill, aim ahead, attacks the enemy to weaken the defense, disturbs HP recovery for 2 turns. This is reasonable in 2 turns as well, when it's maxed. So basically, you can constantly have that defense break on, you can constantly have that disturb HP recovery on, which is, again, great for Light Lich and Rina. Okay, we're seeing a synergy here. I mean, we're seeing a specific plan here, or a specific counter to assert those units. Destruction Witch attacks the enemy with an arrow that can't be removed, weakens defense, blocks beneficial effects. Okay, same as the second one. Disturbs and blocks beneficial effects and disturbs HP recovery for 2 turns. 90% chance this goes up 10%, and it's also cooldown -1 as well. So weakens defense, blocks beneficial, weakens defense on 2 skills, HP recovery, disturbed HP recovery on 2 skills, and ignores the shield, blocks beneficial effects. Like, this guy is the counter, plus he's got a Rita speed lead, which I don't think a lot of people realize, like, they don't even take a look at it. So in theory, he is the counter to, I mean, you could also just burst them down. You could be like, yeah, I'm just gonna burst them down. You could one-shot them, right? As long as you get a defense break on Rina. You can use a lot of different things like Tashar. You can use a Megan against Rina. You can use a lot of different, I know, comment section. You can use a lot of different things against Rina as well. But I figured this guy, between his speed lead, he could be maybe a niche unit that I use against some siege teams, and for Arena Rush against certain teams. That was the intent to use him. So in theory, he's really good at that. In actual usage, though, and I mean, mine only has 48% accuracy, so you really have to go way higher in the accuracy, which I found out using him, because Light Lich and Rina generally have a boatload of resistance. So now you need, with this guy, you need the speed, you need the crit rate. I don't have the crit rate on him. I'm sorry. I don't have the crit rate on him. He's just on leftover runes right now. So he's on whatever, because I needed to get a certain speed on him to make him work. So you need to have speed, attack, crit rate, crit damage, and accuracy. He needs a lot of different stats to actually make this guy viable, at least for arena offense, right? At least for rush hour arena offense. He needs to have so much different stats that would be, honestly, better off used on different things, right? So for arena offense, he's very very stat hungry, and I know I don't have great runes on this guy, right? I know I don't have great runes on this guy, but like, he could have more crit rate, he could have more accuracy, but he does need a lot of stats overall. For siege, though, I feel like you can definitely you don't need to go super crazy with the speed on him. You can use overall value stats for him in Guild Siege. And he does, he does have element advantage over things like Rina. But just those things have such high resistance that I found that for Arena, offense not really viable. For Siege, he could actually be usable, but a lot of times people have a fire threat of any kind on siege. So I have a siege clip of something that I took him into for just playing around to try him in siege. The thing is, like, things like Wind Chakram and Dark Neostone Fighter might potentially be better options because they'll just continue to ignore the damage reduction effects and possibly be a little bit better. Because in the Wind Chakram, you have the Boomerang to go with her. They're gonna do big damage. They're probably just gonna nuke the thing right off the bat in one turn. Dark Neostone Fighter as well. He ignores damage reduction effects. Orion's not bad. Megan's not bad. And to be brutally honest, the team that I used him in for Siege, we could have just Orang Megan Lucianed, right? We could have just done that, and then Orang will just do enough burst damage that it should be just fine anyway, and you wouldn't even need to worry about it. So really, I kind of did it the hard way. So at the end of the day, I wanted to see the viability of this guy actually being used. He could be used, but in the same places that he could be used, you'd be better off using another big, and there's so many good wind DPS units. Even the 4-stars, like Orang is super underrated. Orang Megan Lucian is a solid team that you can, if they don't have things to counter that, like a lot of teams will be ready to counter like the Lucian things, but man, that's a lot of burst damage. So for the same thing, you probably could have just picked Orang and could have been in a better spot than using this guy. He's not the worst 3-star. I wouldn't say to build him though. I mean, super niche. He's not the worst. He's there for a specific purpose, but to be honest, there's better stuff. In reality, there's better stuff. Like in theory, he's great for these things, but in reality, you just Lucian, right? You just Lucian, you just Copper, you just Megan, you just Orion, you just things that you already have. You Orang guys, seriously, Orang is underrated. Orang is so good. Let me take a look at let me show you guys Orang. For reals though, for reals. Also, she's not bad. This girl is not bad either. But Orang, she's got this crazy, and a lot of people actually do this, is Orang Megan Lucian. Attack power, wind attribute, right? And then Megan's got the attack buff and attack gauge boost. And then we've got this. This is huge. This does a lot of damage. Damage dealt to enemies under harmful effects will be increased by 50%. Plus she's got her attack power leadership skill. Plus this is 3 debuffs, and it's one unit. It's big burst damage onto one unit. She does crazy damage. I think she does over 100,000. I think she can do over 100,000 damage. If you guys want me to do an Orang video, I'll show you guys mine. I use Orang all the time in Water Rift Beasts, but yeah, Orang I think would have been just a better option against these units in general, I feel. Or just things that ignore damage reduction effects. A fun unit though, in theory, fun unit, but really one of those ones that like, I don't know if we build this one. I don't know if we build this guy. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Maybe if we're thinking about, no one's thinking about building Suri. No one's thinking about, get out of here, Suri. I'll put you in storage now. I'm sorry, Winju Bagel. He's like, what? Storage? I don't want to go in storage. That's where all the deafnesses are. Yeah, buddy, you and him are gonna be best friends now. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for this one. I will see you as always in the next one.